as you can see here, my model workshop is no longer in place. It's been taken up. I'm putting my greenhouse on that base there, but in doing so I still need my workshop. So what I've actually done is I extended my wood workshop, which is here, and put it on the back of it. I just got to go through this gate because the company can actually roam about the streets if I don't keep him shut in here. It's a little escape artist. As you can see, quite a bit of rubbish I've got to get rid of here. But workshop here, it's getting on there. It's actually on stilts, this end. It's about 3 feet off the ground from the public pathway, which is out the back there. It's actually right on my borderline, so I don't have to use a fence there. Then here, as you can see, the floor is floorboarded now, rather than that old chipboard that I had on it originally. And this is all 8-foot pallet wood, as you can see, and I've actually put a coat of stain shed and fence protective on it here. I've also got some insulation board to go on the bottom of this, and then hardboard to go on the top. So I've got a nice finish, and I've got a nice warm floor in here. This shed is a commercial shed. It's absolutely disgusting. I mean, you can see here the wood is there's not one straight piece on it, and the shiplap which is on it is, you can see the gap in here. That's how much it's shrunk in here. The sides, however, is a pretty good fit, apart from one just down there where that light piece is there. It's got a bit of a gap along it. But the worst piece of the lot, let me just move this out of the way, is here. As you can see, the wood's all broken away here. It's all cut, and everyone has got that one hasn't, but 90% of them have got gaps in, as you can see here. You can see the light coming through here, and down there's another one. So I'm going to have to do what I did with my workshop here, and that's put felt on the side of it. That'll water tighten it quite nicely. The other thing is I've left the window side off here because it's gone straight onto the back of the workshop. That means it's going to be very dark in here. As you can see here, this is again another freebie. It's a cover sheet for some product that was in the store, and they were chucking it out, and it's actually 3 feet by 8 feet long, which is just nice, and it's just the right size to fit from that roof to the apex of the roof here. This bar I've had since I put the shed up brand new. I got this from the scrapyard. It's a piece of I-beam aluminium, and the original ridge was this. It was a piece of this, which is 35mm by 35mm, and it was as bent as a 9-bob note. So I managed to pick one of those up there, the I-beams, and it's just right. As you can see here, it's actually a little shrunk here, but these beams for the roof to hold the chipboard on, which are a bit, they shrunk a bit in the heat, but I had these on here holding the chipboard on as well, and to tell you the truth, they are absolutely useless for the job. So I've gone back to having something like this here, which that's not cut properly yet. That was just a test piece. This is a piece here. This is going to go up on the roof this way here, as you can see here, and up to the ridge. I've got to cut the piece off on the ridge to the right size. Sorry about the camera work on the hammer, on the ham. Oh, I'm on the hand camera at the moment, so I'm going to cut 4 pieces like this. They will be different. This end here is the lowest end of the roof. This end here, which I've done a test cut on, will be cut along here about 3 inches. This is about 2 inches here, I think, or 1.5 inches, something like that. But I'll put an extra length. I'll probably double the length on this particular one, and have the roof sloping from here down here, and it'll be a ridge between the 2 workshops. That'll give me a runoff to this side here, where I'm going to move this guttering and put it on the other side, and it can run into that guttering and then down into some barrels from my greenhouse. As you can see, there's my window side, and I'll be using the shiplap off of that to fill in the gap between the ridge and this part of the roof on the workshop side. This side here will be left as is. I think I might just add a piece to the top of that to bring it up to the top of the ridge here, because this ply here is actually going to go right over that ridge, basically halfway. So instead of going up underneath here as it originally was and actually tucking underneath the I-beam, excuse me, it used to tuck underneath the I-beam here, the chipboard. That will now, right, the roof will now ride on the top of this I-beam rather than actually inside that lip. As you can see here, it's getting along quite nicely. I haven't recorded anything else about this because I've been doing little bits and pieces to it over the few weeks that I've had, and at the moment I've got the floor in there, but no roof, and it has been threatening on raining, and I want to get the roof on before it does rain and ruin the floor. But as you can see here, this is the base I've done, and I put some concrete down here. I made some concrete pads with wire inside it to strengthen it, and I concreted the post inside as well. So that's holding those beams up. That's the centre section. There's 5 of those all the way down the centre section of here. I have 5 of these along here, which I concreted a foot into the ground that side. But as you can see, because my ground is a lot higher than the pathway itself, it's about 2.5 feet higher than the top of my ground, and my soil, as you can see here, is actually sliding into the pathway. I'm losing my garden into there. This is about 4 months later actually, and I've got this up here finally. And as you can see here, as I said, I have the roof on. There's a few gaps in that. It's got to be screwed down and filled. This side has been done, as you can see, and that side has still got a bit of light left in there. I've got to block that up yet. I'm replacing the planking all the way along to this workshop edge here, and I'll finally can take this felt off and actually go through into the other workshop. The skylight will go through here. As you see, I've already got it on the roof in place, just to make sure everything was level and everything. Next job is to cut a hole in here, but as you can probably hear, I'm in quite a bit of distress at the moment. Still, my hands aren't fully working properly. That's why I haven't done anything at all. The shed itself, I'm going to have to insulate. I can't do it with the rock wool, but I will do it with polystyrene, like I've done here. These doors are going to have to be replaced. They really are rotten, and as you can see, the door frame itself is actually broken. The actual door frame's broken here, so I'm going to have to replace the door frame when we replace the doors on it, but with a much better set of doors rather than, as you can see up there, it's all rotten. It's actually all rotten on the top here. That is the shiplap doors that they put on there, and as you can see, there isn't much to the shed door, so they could really do with rebuilding anyway. The house there, the bungalow, as you can see. Next week, I had a bloke come round last week, and he says, "We're coming to paint your bungalow next week." Yeah, right. I said to him, "I'll believe it when I see it," because they said that last year to me, and they still haven't come. So I'm crossing my fingers and hoping they will do that bungalow. Anyway, right, it's been some time. I've managed to put the shed up now. Great difficulty. I haven't been able to do much videoing of this, but I only put the 3 sides on there, and I boarded up the top end of this where it had a little window in. I've put the roof on so it's at a lower angle now, but it reaches the other roof as well. I've got to put the top, I've got to put the felt on yet, and I don't know whether you can see up there, I've got a skylight that I've put in there from the house. I had a couple that the council replaced up there, and I asked them if I could keep the old ones to put on my workshop. Now I'll put one on there, but I haven't done the workshop one yet. I'm not sure whether I'm actually going to do that one, but so far everything's turned out alright. Some of the wood was absolutely rubbish. I'm going to have to replace it, but for now it's in there. It's got the roof on it and it's watertight now. I still got to plank up the other end of the workshop itself. Hi, using my phone for this, so it's a bit jerky. I've just started doing the insulation on the shed. Now I'm using this here, which is 35mm thick polystyrene. I got several blocks of this, so I'm using it in here. I've also got a piece of ply here that came from my house, where they're redoing all the old ply that's a bit rotten at the bottom. They're replacing it, and I've got several sheets of this now that they've taken off, and I've cut the rot off of it to fit in the shed. So that's as far as I've got. I'm working gradually to do this. I've still got a hole up there I've got to fill in. But I've got to wait till a lot of this rain stops, so I'll go in the neighbour's garden and actually get that covered up. I'm going to take 4 boards off the top of here and replank them right the way across, 2 of them, and then I can start putting in the apex pieces. Shouldn't be too hard. That's it for this part. I'll see you soon. Keep safe. Bye for now.